to political contestation opened early this morning when the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission opened nomination courts across the country in preparation for the March 26 by-elections. The by-elections are regarded by ZANU-PF as a test run to 2023, while for the newly formed CCC and Douglas Ngonzora's MDC alliance it's a legitimate test. The process at the nomination court was smooth, with no incidents being recorded at the Rotenro Magistrates Court, which said to receive papers from 10 House of Assembly seats. Secretary General for CCC Charlton Wende confirmed.
So far so good. All our teams are currently here at Rotenro. We have managed to secure all the awards, the outstanding awards, and so all our MP candidates, all our councillor candidates, everyone is now filing their papers, and we expect that Harare will be completed soon, soon after lunch, because the report that I got from our Secretary for Elections for Harare is that everything is going on well. All candidates' papers have been processed, and they are now doing the payments. And also regarding other provinces, the report that we have is that everything is going on well. In Bulawayo, in Masvingo, in March Central, March East. So all our candidates are at respective nomination centers. So we expect that in a couple of hours from now, we will have filed all the candidates throughout the country. Yes, we had a bit of challenges with ZEC, but I'm happy to report that everything has been resolved. All the issues that they were requesting for, we managed to submit. So all our documents have now been submitted, and all our processes are now going through, meaning that we have finalized every requirement that ZEC had imposed on us. But it's also important to note that this requirement has only been imposed on us. It has never been imposed on any political party, but we accept and understand the difficult circumstances that we operate in Zimbabwe. And so our duty is to make sure that whatever impediments that this regime tries to put, we find solutions to make sure that we are not curtailed. So as far as we are concerned now, we have nothing outstanding with ZEC. They must accept all our candidates, and at the end of the day, the nomination court must confirm all our candidates. Yes, we are very confident that all our candidates are going to win. We are also confident that we are going to take the seats that were previously stolen from us, the Matemadanda seats and all the other seats that were with ZANU-PF. Everything is going to yellow, so we are 100% confident.
While others expressed dissatisfaction on the nomination process, the Zimbabwe People's Party ZPP president expressed disappointment after being disqualified.
My name is Moniso Nyaupembe. I'm the ZPP president, Zimbabwe People's Party president. Yes. So here I've come to check to see how the things are going here during the nominations. And also wanted to stand for the Kwazana East constituents. Yes. Unfortunately, they didn't see my name in the voters' roll. Yes, because they said I was supposed to register and put in the BVR. So I said it's okay, no problem. If that's what they see, I can't deny it. So no problem. So I said next time when I come, I'm going to do everything what they wanted me to do as a candidate. Yes. Because we as a Zimbabwe People's Party, we don't believe in violence or even to say something bad, especially through other parties or something like that. What we believe in peace. Yes, now. Yes, that's what we are. I think I heard what she said to me, because she said to me, did I register the thing on the BVR? Was the last time I registering. They were not doing this all these BVR things, because I was not here. But when I came back, I went to the provincial offices to tell them that I want to transfer. You see, because I was voting in Nyanga, that's what I was where my constituents was. So I wanted to transfer to Harare. So they told me that they've done everything, That's why they told me that they've done everything. Unfortunately, I did ask her why they told me that they did everything, yet they're supposed to tell me that you're not in the registered row, in the registered row, so that they'll tell me where to go and what to do before I come here. Yes. No, for me it wasn't fair, it was unfair. What they were supposed to tell me from the way to go, when I went up there to the provincial office, that's when they're supposed to tell me that I am not in the register. Before I said I want to transfer from Nyanga to Harare, my last voting was in Nyanga. That's where my last vote was. I voted there also in Nyanga. I was also voting for the parliamentary. So now I came here, instead of for them to tell me that, no, madam, we can't find your name inside here. But they just say, okay, we've already done everything. That's what I say. My message to ZEC is especially for those people who haven't, or those people who registered long time ago, or maybe 3-4 years ago, they must tell them, first of all, that we are doing new process. Well, because they said they've done with that old process already. So they're supposed to tell everyone, even to make a press conference, that we are doing a new process for everyone to register. You see, everyone to be able to use the BVR thing. Was some of the people, most of them, they don't even know that there's this BVR thing. The only thing that since we've already registered a long time ago, we're supposed to just go and vote without knowing that, no, there's something new already. You see. So I think the best thing is for them to tell the people, or to say the ordinary Zimbabweans, where there are people right now, especially people down there, maybe Nyanga or Mrambila or wherever, there's no all these press people. They're supposed to tell people, no guys, what we're doing now, we're doing a new thing. So people, there is a new system we are doing, which is including the BVR or something, where there's no longer like just to vote, but they're supposed to register.
Candidates were drawn from a number of political parties, including the ZANU-PF, Citizens Coalition for Change, Zimbabwe People's Party, and the MDC Alliance, with all pledging to listen to the people.
Basically, like, I'll just correct the areas that the MDC, the former MDC Alliance, the Chamisa thing, once failed to deliver in KwaZana. Because I'm a KwaZana resident, I know what the KwaZana people need. Like, as a user, our mantra is saying citizens engagement. So thereby we are just going to engage the people of KwaZana, then we are just going to correct where these other political parties have failed to deliver in KwaZana.
My first task is to go back to the voters, to thank them, but to also sit down with them. They are the leaders, they are the owners, they are the bosses. So I would go back to them, sit down with them, and then we plan the agenda for the constituents. We must plan the agenda for the constituents together with the residents. They must determine the course of action that they want. I'm just there as a messenger. If I win, I'm going to be their messenger who will be articulating their issues. I don't have to go there and tell them what they want or what they should do. It must work the other way around. So with my engagements in the community, I'm realizing that the residents are happy with the kind of approach that I'm introducing. That of listening to the residents, to the voters, getting to know what they want, and then you go and push their agenda. It is the residents or the voters' agenda, not mine. So I must listen to what they want, sit down with them, and then drive that agenda with them. It's not my agenda; it's the voters' agenda.
In Mufakos, we have got a lot of entrepreneurs. So what we are simply going to do as ZANU-PF, we are just going to start by capacitating those entrepreneurs so that their businesses grow. Once their businesses grow, they will be able to employ. I give you a very good example. In Mufakos, we've got a lot of carpenters, a lot of guys doing welding, but they are doing it at very small capacities. So we are going to capacitate them. Once they grow, they will be able to employ. This is how simply we are going to do it. And also, in Mufakos, we have got a home industry with all the facilities. But because of the wrong people who have been chosen to lead, that home industry is lying idle almost 15 years or 20 years. So we are going to make sure that home industry is going to function. Once it functions, it's going to create a lot of employment. And we're also going to do a lot in terms of cutting criminal records, because a lot of people are turning into criminals. It's because they are idle, they have nothing to do. So we're coming in with activities that will create things to do for them. For the youth, we are going to make sure that all the sporting facilities start functioning. In Mufakose, we have a lot of tennis courts, basketball courts, but they haven't been maintained in the past donkey years. So they are no longer functional. That's why you see Mufakose is no longer shining out stars like it used to be. Remember, Mufakose gave us the likes of Martin Zua, who even competed for Zimbabwe at Davis Cup. But we don't have that anymore because of the kind of leadership which was there. So at this stage, Mufakose needs ZANU-PF more than anything else.
Kuina kwangu kunoita kuti maprojects edu tiendere mberi. Project yakatanga yakakosha muEPWETH kutanga inyaya yatanga tisiri kubata-bata kuti tigadzirise nyaya yeregularization kuti vagari vemuEPWETH vagare zviri pamurawo nepamutemo kuitira kuti kunyange vakafa nhasi vana vavo vanenge vachiziva kuti zvine mapepa zvakakwana. Munongoziva kukosha kwekunge une mapepa uchinzi apa ndepako. Tanga ta almost 80% tiri kufungidzira kuti kubva musi wa27 tichienda mberi tinongokondinya takadaro.
Chatinopromisa kuma-citizens haisinawe kuti silveri nendarama nokuti hatidi kunibatina, haisinawe mabasa, but what we are promising for Mfokose constituents is we need a change first. We need to change the situation in Zimbabwe. We need good governance. We need the health sectors to be in order. So we can't promise anything for now because we got nothing. But if they vote for us, we know we'll achieve the better Zimbabwe.
We have been telling people who we are, what we want to do for them, what we can do for them, what the opposition has failed to do, and everything that's got to do with the ZANU-PF, the capacities, changing their mindset. Because people just do a protest vote without even considering what they are voting for. At this stage, I think people now know what they will be voting for. The roads in Mfakose are now passable. Mufakose, the swimming pool that functioned, it no longer has that public swimming pool. It had sporting facilities which worked. Those facilities are no longer there. If your memories takes you back, Mufakose produced a lot of tennis stars who even represented Zimbabwe, like Martin Zua. All those were coming through the grassroots of Mufakose, through the facilities which were in the community. All those facilities are no longer there because the legislators who have been there, they don't care. So we care.
Iko zvino implement and sanda kwanisa kuti ndinibisa implement kuwa kuma citizens, but tuchavimbisa kuti tichafunda tese kumwe chete nema citizens emukwadza constituents kuti tivandudze uye tisimudzire constituency yedu. Citizens Coalition for Zimbabwe HStvZim ndo musangano wedu watinawo iko zvino, ndo musangano wedu watikufamba nawo iko zvino, saka ndokumbira vote yavo kubva kune musi wese mugaro mukwadzana constituency.
The people of Kwazana, you are a great people and a great nation, and you create part of the nation of this country. I know I can recount almost from Nelson Chamisa, and in fact from Lenmo Jongwe, Nelson Chamisa, Matibenga, and the late MP, because we are substituting the late MP. We know that you are always aggrieved. In some cases, ZANU-PF would like to say they can create a hub in Kwazana. That will never happen. And sorry for them, they are our guys. We need them to live like other people. But exception, they cannot lead Kwazana. The people of Kwazana knows we have got to lead them.
Papers, pictures, signatures, and voters' rolls were moving from one desk to another as prospective candidates tried to register their names on the roll of power. There was also disappointments for ZANU-PF's Mavis Gumbo, who had hoping to file papers from Harare East. The dreams of being a legislator and receiving a car were cut after a High Court ruling declared there were no vacancies in 6 other constituencies. SEC announced the candidates who made nomination and will be doing better come March 26.
C of Section 46 of the Electoral Act, Chapter 213, as read with Proclamation Number 2 of 2022. The following candidates have been duly nominated in the Glenview North constituency. Munenga Mifani, Citizens Coalition for Change Party. Mambo Martin, ZANU-PF Party. Rushaya Rhino, MDC Alliance Party, Munyanduri Tatenda Prudence, NPF Party. 6 of the Electoral Act, Chapter 2.13, as read with Proclamation Number 2 of 2022. The following candidates have been duly nominated in the Harare Central Constituency. Zwizwai Murisi, Citizens Coalition for Change Party. Masarira Tsungirirai Linda, Lead Party. Magbeba Lois, ZANU-PF Party. Marara Norest Chiureki, MDC Alliance Party. Rukanda Henry Binyai, MAT Zimbabwe Party. Since more than one candidate has been duly nominated in the constituency of Harare Central, a poll shall take place on the 26th of March 2022 in accordance with subsection 17C of section 46 of the Electoral Act, Chapter 2.13, as read with Proclamation Number 2 of 2022. The following candidates have been duly nominated in the Highfield East constituency. Murai Eric, Citizens Coalition for Change Party. Chikumbo Norbert, ZANU-PF Party. Mupambwa Shelton, Patriotic Zimbabwe Party. Gwende Gilbert, MDC Alliance Party. Since more than one candidate has been duly nominated in the Highfield East constituency, a poll shall take place on the 26th of March 2022 in accordance with subsection 17C of section 46 of the Electoral Act, Chapter 213, as read with Proclamation Number 2 of 2022. The following candidates have been duly nominated in the Highfield West constituency. Chidziva Happy Mo, Citizens Coalition for Change Party. Juta Emmanuel, ZANU-PF Party. Woveruwukwe Simon, MDC Alliance. Since more than one candidate has been duly nominated in the Highfield West constituency, a poll shall take place on the 26th of March in accordance with subsection 17C of section 46 of the Electoral Act, Chapter 213, as read with Proclamation Number 2 of 2022. The following candidates have been duly nominated for the Kuwadzana constituency. Matambo Johnson, Citizen Coalition for Change Party. Mafumo Nesbet, United Democratic Alliance. Nambu Biti, ZANU-PF Party. Madam Mombe Fatima, MDC Alliance Party. Since more than one candidate has been duly nominated in the Kuwadzana constituency, a poll shall take place on the 26th of March in accordance with subsection 17C of section 46 of the Electoral Act, Chapter 213, as read with Proclamation Number 2 of 2022. The following candidates have been duly nominated for the Kuwadzana East constituency. Mangwiro Urayai, MDC Alliance Party. Kachidza Chamunorwa David, Uza Party. Chagadama Ernest Kudzaishe, ZANU-PF Party. Majiri Celestino, Patriotic Zimbabweans Party. Wende Charlton, Citizens Coalition for Change Party. Chigariro Jedediah Kutenda Shakespeare, United Democratic Alliance Party. Since more than one candidate has been duly nominated in the Kuwadzana East constituency, A poll shall take place on the 26th of March in accordance with subsection 17C of section 46 of the Electoral Act, Chapter 213, as read with Proclamation number 2 of 2022. The following candidates have been duly nominated in the Mufakose constituency. Matsunga Susan, Citizens Coalition for Change Party. Marembo Taurai Melvin, ZANU-PF Party. Shambamuto Rodwell, MDC Alliance Party. Since more than one candidate has been duly nominated in the Mufakose constituency, a poll shall take place on the 26th of March 2022 in accordance with subsection 17C of section 46 of the Electoral Act, Chapter 213, as read with Proclamation number 2 of 2022. The following candidates have been duly nominated for the St. Mary's constituency. Tarusenga Unganai Dixon, Citizens Coalition for Change Party. Jinjika Norbert, ZANU-PF Party. Kuzo Adam, MDC Alliance Party. Sanyanga Marcos, Independent. Since more than one candidate has been duly nominated in the St. Mary's constituency, a poll shall take place on the 26th of March 2022 in accordance with subsection 17C of section 46 of the Electoral Act, Chapter 213, as read with Proclamation number 2 of 2022. Rejections. Nyaupembe Siboniso Tarisai of Zimbabwe People's Party, Kuwadzana East constituency, the candidate was not enrolled. Bezaliel Kennedy, Independent of Mufakose constituency, candidate was not enrolled. Paradza Daniso Nyasha, United Democratic Alliance, Highfield East constituency, candidate registered after cut-off date. Those are the 3 rejections we have. The proceedings of this nomination court are hereby terminated. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for joining us. Vongai Kawa, HSTV Rotten Row, Harare.